Okay, second time attempting to film this because I'm a dumbass who didn't go and wash my brushes before I started filming. And if you've seen my bad Dabi cosplay, because I have two versions. I have the good looking version, the bad looking version. The door's open. You will know that it uses face paint, but not water-based face paint, or at least really liquidy face paint, really waxy face paint. So my brushes desperately needed to be washed, and now they are washed, and I can get started, which is great. Though I am wearing the complete wrong thing for doing this. So let me explain a bit about what's going on here, since I didn't get to earlier. I should probably mark this with powder, actually. I am doing a Dabi cosplay because there's a Halloween live lesson today for my school. Because if you know me, you know I go to online school, and we have these things called live lessons, which are exactly what they sound like. They're giant group FaceTimes, except you only get the camera when the teacher says you can. So, not often. But today's one for Halloween that doesn't have to do with any class, it's just in general for the school. And I thought it'd be fun to go. Which means putting on cosplay, which is fun but also annoying. If I were to pick my favorite of my cosplays, it's probably my Dabi, because I just love Dabi. He's such an interesting character. And I don't know what appeals him. It's the darker characters usually that appeal to me. Like my favorites from Binha are Dabi and Hawks, but then my favorites from Fairy Tail are Sting, Rogue, and Arcade. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. And then, of course, I also love Tamaki, and I'm like, what? What's it with me and the dark-haired characters? Because I'm not straight. That's the weirdest part about it. Is usually when that happens, you're like, oh, that must be the type of person I'm attracted to, but I'm a lesbian. So I'm like, what's going on here? I guess, I don't know what it is, that I also want to cosplay them more. And I would do Tamaki, but doing Dabi's more fun, and Tamaki requires me to get a wig. Dabi, I actually dyed my hair for Dabi the first few times I did him. And I'm not dyeing my hair anymore, because fuck that. But it's dark brown. My hair's dark brown. So I get away with it. It's not perfect, it's not black, but I get away with it. If anybody ever complains, I point them to one of the coolest Momo cosplayers I know, who also doesn't wear a wig and uses her natural brown hair that's about the exact same shade of my hair. If I don't seem to be talking to you, I'm sorry. No one is ever here. So I'm not used to talking to actual people. I'm used to just rambling. So that, yeah. And they're gone. That makes sense. Why do people do that though? Like low key. It's like, I get it. Like sometimes live streams are a little awkward to me. Like watching them is a little awkward to me. So I don't usually watch people I follow's live streams. That and like it's hard to find the time. Because I'm autistic, I have to be doing multiple things at the same time to keep my brain busy. Like busy in a good way, not busy in a bad way. So most of the time that means like watching something on my computer while playing a game or reading something on my phone. So having my phone taken, it's difficult. And then like when I am watching something on my phone, it's like a YouTube video just as background noise while I play Minecraft on my computer. Or while I color something on my computer. It's never something I need to be actively watching. It's just there to be background noise. So when it's there for me to actually watch, it's a little disturbing. I keep forgetting. I have to do the eye bags before the eyeshadow this time because I'm not doing them with powder. I don't think I mentioned this I don't think I've mentioned this. Wait, no, I did. I did mention this when I came back in. But I have 2 versions currently of my Femme Dabi cosplay. One of which is done with powder, which is basically trashy bronzer that I've gotten in like a little, like one of those big kits they sell like around the holidays at makeup places. Basically trashy bronzer I got from one of those, and like eyeshadow when that's not dark enough. That's one version of my Dabi, and that's because when I originally planned my Dabi, I didn't have this face paint that I use for him a lot. So there was no other option other than powder. But now I have the face paint. Thing is, face paint is red and my gloves are brown. It's hard to see in this lighting, but they're brown. So I have to use powder for the gloves, which means a specific dress that has 3/4 length sleeves. And I love that dress. Love it. It's actually really cute. I love that dress. But it also means that putting on this big part of the Dabi makeup, because doing it with this is much faster. Because look at how quickly, and I know it's not really quick in the grand scheme of things, but look at how much quicker I'm getting space covered than if I was doing it with a brush of this size with powder going. I swear this is like at least 3, 4, maybe 5 times faster to do it with the face paint. But I also have to wear long sleeves when I do it with the face paint, or I have to not have anything on my arms at all, because face paint on my arms and eye do not go along. Tried it, hated it, not doing it again. It's nice to be back in Dabi though, because I low-key love my Dabi cosplay. Like, in the grand scheme of things, I'm like, actually I look horrible, but as far as like my cosplays go, I think Dabi's definitely one of my best. I think I act the best in him, the most like him. Because like, he's complex, but he's not complex in like the way that he acts. Like, he's stoic, he doesn't give a shit, and he hates everyone. That basically sums it up. And it's, as somebody who's always struggled with acting in a basic way, like I find it hard to act like a normal person. I have to act to an extreme. Like, I act like Audrey 2 very well, because Audrey 2's a rude bitch, okay? Audrey 2, like, just doesn't give a shit what anyone thinks of him. He's like the embodiment of So What but pink. So, it's easy to act like him because he's an extreme. I can make all the extreme facial expressions, because minor facial expression has always been the thing I struggled with. I've gotten off track again. That's what happens when you're me. Sorry about that, if anybody cares. Highly doubt anyone does, but in case they do, sorry about that. That's how my brain functions. Anyway, I have my 2 versions of Dabi. One's the face paint, because it's faster. Like, look at this point, I probably would have done like, in the time it took me to do this, I probably would have gotten both my eye bags done in eyeshadow, and that's it. That's how long the powdered version takes, but it looks better, because I like the dress. It doesn't look like I'm just trying to cop out and not do as much. That's what this version of my Dabi feels like, because I have to wear long sleeves or just not have my arms in frame. So I can't do like full-bodied videos with him with this one very well, because it doesn't look right to me. Whereas the one with powder, I can. That was fun, doing my first full-bodied Dabi video. It was with Pam. Yeah, it was with Pam. Wonderful person. Go follow her, please. Please go follow Pam. Pam deserves it. She really does. She was my first mutual, actually. Well, she was the first person to outright state that we were mutuals. Because my brain doesn't assume status with anyone. So, like, if you follow me and I follow you, you might consider that as a form of mutuals. But my brain's not going to consider it that until somebody says it. because I don't want to assume. Because there have been so many instances where I've assumed I'm friends with someone when I was younger, and they're like, we're not friends. So I never assume my relation with anyone anymore. But Pam legit in the DMs went, I just realized I'm not following you. Now we're mutuals, and followed me. And I was like, okay, thank you for clarifying that, because I would never have guessed otherwise. But yeah, I'm doing the easy version of Dabi now. Well, not easy. It still takes effort, but easier in the terms of the two I have. This is the easier one. I'm doing this one today because it's just for school. I don't like filming with this one, so I like the other one better. I'm doing this one today because of that, and because I'm going to my first con Saturday. It's Thursday. So I'm kind of freaking out, and I'm gonna wear the better version of Dabi to the con, which means I probably have to get up at 5. I usually wake up at 7 or 8. And today it was 9. I have to wake up at 5, probably. Not guarantee, but probably. That's not at all worrying. I don't know. This brush might be too big, but it's the only one I have for red. Okay. Let's just be careful. Very careful. For a bit of context here, I'm using my old set of brushes that I initially got. My first set of face paint brushes I got for 7th grade. 7th grade. I got my first set of face paint brushes for 7th grade, and they were literally just, I think, Artist Loft brushes, just for paint, but I used them for face paint instead. Because I had been painting, like, of course, I'm not a painter. That's not what I do. I don't really do anything specific. But I knew kind of how to work with paintbrushes. And, like, I looked at the little sponges and stuff that face paint artists use, and I'm like, So, stayed away from that, got myself some normal paintbrushes, and used them for face paint. Because that's what to do. That's that part of that done. Yay. Stitches go on after the rest of the makeup, because they might go over the rest of the makeup. And put this away. Yeah. I forgot, actually. Last night, I told Mom we need to go to Hot Topic because I want to see if I can get some more Benha merch, because possibility the Dabi Pop will be there and I want him. I said I wasn't going to get him because, hold on, let me show you now. This is where I film. My phone sits right here, maybe angled a bit, but it sits right here up against Yuri. So, when I'm filming, all my pops are judging me. So I was kind of scared to get the Dabi Pop, because I'd be filming for Femme Dabi and he would be judging me. Just staring at me right in the face. That was a caption I had on a video with Pam I did, was, I'm totally not staring at an Aaron pop right now. Because I was. But, yeah. That's... Yeah, I need to go to Hot Topic. Partially because I want the Dabi Pop, and partially because I want to buy a face mask. Because I'm very, very self-conscious about myself in general, but especially my cosplays. Because I know in the grand scheme of things, I suck as a cosplayer. Like, I completely suck. Like, in the terms of my family, like, of my immediate family, I am definitely the best out of us. At makeup, especially. But then, I look at everyone else and I'm like, yeah, I suck. Like, I am positive that there's not a single Femme Dabi cosplayer on this planet worse than me. If you find one, you're wrong, because I am the worst of us. Like, I don't even try to include myself in that, because I suck that bad. Oh, and I'm not saying that for attention. That's something a lot of people think when I put myself down is, oh, you're just saying that because you want us to say, no, you're not that bad. No, really, I suck. I really think that. That's not a, maybe if I say I suck, everybody will pay attention to me. No, I actually think I suck. Just as a person in general. So don't like, that's something I've put in stories where I talked about how much I don't like myself. Is don't try to argue with me. You're not going to win. Because I actually legitimately believe that I suck. So you're not going to get anything. I don't want compliments. I'm just saying what I believe. And that's one thing that sucks, because then, like, people avoid me. Like, I'm glad, but then on the other hand, I know that people not avoiding me is what I need to start getting better. But then I say stuff like that, and people avoid me because they think I'm just being an attention whore. That's not a word. An attention hog. And when I'm really, like the other day, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Comedy Police, the joke's too funny. Had, like, a picture of a femme Dabi cosplayer and a toga cosplayer on their story. And I was like, oh my god. Half of me, when I see that, is like, oh my god, this is amazing. And the other half goes, oh, there goes my self-confidence. And she was like, yeah, I know, they're really good, right? And then I sent her a picture. I was like, see, like, there's no comparison here. And she was like, whoa, you're really good, but you're right, you're not as good as them. And I was like, someone just agreed with me. And I don't see that as an insult, because they're right. I suck compared to them. I suck in general, but especially compared to them. And that's a good thing, because whenever people go, oh no, you're good, it's like I'm like, but you know they're better than me. And yet you're still, what on earth is with the lighting? And yet you still say, oh no, you're good. You're just saying that to make me feel better. But I know you're only saying it to make me feel better, so it's not making me feel any better. So, like, if I say something like that, like, I suck compared to them, don't tell me I'm wrong, because I'm right and I know I'm right. Honestly, live streaming right now is kind of scaring me, because my phone is my only clock. I don't actually have a clock in my room. So if I go over time, I'll have no idea. I don't think I will, because I'm doing the quicker version. Originally, I was gonna do the longer version, the better looking version for this, but that was before I decided to go to the con Saturday. And then my brain went, no, we should probably wear the easy version to the live stream so we can save the better version. I can put my straps back up now. So we can save the better version for the con. That's that in place. And now we take this one with this color and go up here. I was thinking of I'm not taking a poll on this because nobody watches this, so there's nobody to take a poll through. But I'm thinking of doing a tutorial of how I set up my makeup looks, because I know I'm not, in the grand scheme of things, I'm not good at makeup. Like, there are people much better than me. But I think that the way I set up my makeup looks, because I always felt like the same layout to set up and like pick my colors and stuff. And I think I might do a little tutorial on that, how I do that, because that's something I struggled with a lot. Yes, I am biting my lips. No, I did not put face paint on my lips yet. See, they're still pink, so don't worry. But that's something I struggled with back when I was much worse at makeup, because I'm not good at makeup, but compared to how I was when I started, I am much better. So also I have red hitting up here. That's not face paint, that's just my face. So I did not smear anything. If you were to look at it in real life here, you'd see that it's just my skin, not the face paint. Face paint? I think I just said face paint. What am I doing? But that was something I struggled with when I first started like seriously doing makeup, because like the first few times it was just for dance, because I took dance in middle school as a class instead of PE. That was amazing. Always take dance instead of PE. So much more fun. But that was something I struggled with was making looks, organizing my colors and all that fun stuff. That was something I very much struggled with. Picking what to do, to the point where like I had one makeup look that I did every single time. And like when you have like a regular makeup routine, like a daily makeup routine, that's fine. But this was like a once every month or 2 months that I wore makeup for something, and it was always the exact same thing. And like, I get that. I also don't get that. Because if you're only going to wear makeup every once in a while, but you actually really care, because the reason I didn't wear makeup every day was because I didn't have time to put it on before school. I wasn't that good enough. I wasn't good enough at it. And I rubbed my face all the time. I rubbed my face all the time at school, at public school. So there was really no point in putting makeup on when it was just going to end up getting rubbed off. But that's something that I highly recommend not doing, is wearing makeup only a couple times or like every once in a while, but only have the one look. Because I really liked makeup, and it was something I wanted to do more often. I just didn't get the chance in my life, in my schedule. So I wasn't doing myself any favors by only having the one look that I went to when I did it, because I wasn't getting any better doing the exact same thing. Like, I could do that exact same look today. I've done it. I have a post on it where I did it. It's pink, brown and pink, so like look for that. I think the bad version is first. I'd have to go look at the post again. I think the bad version, which is the version I would have worn in middle school, I think that version is first on that post, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I recreated it the best I could, because of course I don't have that stuff anymore. I don't have that crappy little brush or that crappy little palette. I have this and the other thing that I'm not picking up because if I drop it, it'll shatter. I have much better stuff now, but I was still able, I think, to recreate it decently. And then I did it with the same color palette, which was brown in the crease and pink on the lid and cream at the top. And I did it, but then I also added some black in the crease to get the darker. And then I added purple to a gradient on the lid. And then I added, I think it was a magenta-ish on the under side of the eye. What on earth is up with my eyeshadow today? So it's not showing up. I don't know what's up with that. It's probably the browns. That's okay. But yeah, so I recreated it with different techniques and added colors onto the already existing colors. And it went amazing. If you're trying to look at how much you've improved on your makeup, I highly suggest doing that. Taking an old look you used to do and updating it with new techniques and new colors. Not like brand new colors, like don't change it to blue if it was pink, but like add, is it variations? It's either variations or variegations. I don't know which one's correct here, because they're both words that I've heard artists use. Peep delightful. But try to do that. It's very fun to do, to see how much you've improved, because you'd be amazed. You'd think I haven't improved that much, but you have. Just in a couple of years, you'd be amazed how different your level of makeup can get. Because people look at me and they're like, oh, she's not too good. She's really not that good in the grand scheme of things, especially because I don't do face things. I don't do contour or foundation because I rub my face all the time. That's what I do. I pick my face. So there's no point in me doing all the face stuff when it's just going to get in my way and bother me. So I do my makeup to be practical for me. I do it to look good where I need it to look good and not bother me where I need it to not bother me. And that's honestly what you should do with your makeup. Like, I do face stuff for cosplay. I've covered my entire face in face paint before. For cosplay. But cosplay is different. At least for me, it is for the most part. Because I don't go to cons usually. This will be my first con this Saturday. So really, I put the stuff on my face for cosplay, and then I'm busy acting for a couple hours, and then I take it all off and go take a shower or something. So it's much different. Compared to if you're wearing makeup to like an event where you'll have it on for hours, and then the hours after that event, and then a couple hours maybe before the event, and like, yeah, it goes on for much longer for an event than it does for my cosplay. Which is one thing I'm not looking forward to for Saturday, but I don't think we'll be there all that long. It's my mom and I were meeting up with a friend of hers who has a daughter who's like an anime person. I don't know if she has an account. If she does, maybe I'll let you know what it is somehow. But okay, I have like 5 eyeliners that look just like this, so I have to be like, is this the right one? But I'm not excited for that. But I am picking up a face mask, hopefully, from Hot Topic. That's the only store I know of in this area that might possibly have them. So that if I get too self-conscious about my cosplay, I can put that on. Because that'll pretty much cover most of it. Like, not all of it, of course, but it'll make me much less noticeable. Because my gloves, of course, my gloves don't have stitches on them. They're tights. My gloves are, transitioning tights, so they have a hole in the sole of the foot, and you can take them off and then curl them up into themselves, and then they become footless tights. That's what I did, and then I cut basically the whole foot off and left the hole, because the hole is seamed, and then I looped that over my finger, and that's my gloves. Those are my Dabi arms. And this is... I forgot how much I hate doing this. How much I completely and utterly despise doing my Dabi eyeliner. I was looking at a picture of mine, and there we go, I messed it up already. I was looking at a picture of mine from the first time I did the powder Dabi cosplay, wondering, I wonder why my eyeliner's so bad. And now I remember why. Because I can't lean on my face when I do it. Like, look at that. That sucks compared to what I usually do. Oh my god. Hopefully it'll be better on the other side. Hopefully. But we know my computer camera ain't gonna pick it up, and I don't plan on filming any TikToks with this. Because that's not why I'm here. Okay, I'm gonna lean on my face. Because hopefully, and yet that already made it better. Okay, I messed it up again, but I messed up a completely different part of that. I don't know how that happened. But it did. Okay, I need to extend. Okay. It's still not perfect. And I ruined the one that looked better. But they're more even now. And it looks like I drew something weird here. It's just because this part is shiny. See, I didn't actually draw anything weird. The wings are something else. Wings are definitely something else. But they're even for the most part. For the most part, it's the best I'm gonna get. And now, the most fun part of all of this. The stitches! I actually forgot to put these on last time I did my Femme Dabi cosplay. Not on purpose, I swear. I didn't mean to. But this stuff is jelly. This stuff has gotten very thick. Okay, I'm trying to, hold on. This stuff kind of went all goopy on me. Ah, see? Look at that. It went all goopy on me. So I'm trying to ungoop it. It's like the red is still all weird and liquidy. This stuff ain't like that. This stuff's something else. I've always known my Dabi looked more like he had stitches than staples, even though canonically they're staples. Like, look at them. They're gray. They jut out. Stitches wouldn't do that. Stitches, for the most part, would be stuck straight to his face. And medical stitches aren't like, at least for the most part in my experience and my family's experience, they're not like sewing stitches. They don't look like this. They're individual. It's each individual stitch. They're not a big line where you go do. You go whoop, cut, tie, whoop, cut, tie. So they would look like little ties. They wouldn't look like this if they were stitches. So I am pretty dang sure they're staples. But I know my Dabi looks much more like she has stitches. Not my intention, but I don't really care. Because I don't do SFX. I don't have the skills or the materials to do SFX. So actually doing real staples is an option for me. Even just like slits of silver paper, which is what a lot of people do, and then they use like whatever it is they use to glue them onto their face. I don't have food, I just realized. I had an alarm set for 12:30 to remind me to go and get ready because I know how long this would take me, and I don't know what time it is right now because I can't check with the live lesson going, with the live stream going. I'm gonna hope it's like 1:45 because I think the live lesson's at 2:30. I think I give myself 2 hours to prepare. But I haven't even eaten lunch yet because I'm a dumbass. Okay, hold on. I'll say, least favorite part of working with Dabi is trying to find clothing that's wide enough to allow me to do this. I've wanted to do a live stream or video of getting into Dabi cosplay before, but I couldn't because there have been many times I've done gotten ready for my Dabi cosplay with no shirt on because I didn't have anything, or at least with a shirt on, but like way too low. Then it should, way much lower than it should be. Like, then it should be in my comfort zone. Because I needed that to get it done. What on earth is up with this face paint? It is screwy today. Let me get a different brush and see if that's it. What on earth is up with this? Hold on, I'm gonna get another crappier brush and like kind of mix it up. See if that'll help. Okay. I got this other crappy brush and like shoved it. Did I put the other one away? No, I didn't. Where did I put it? Here it is. I mixed it up a bit to try and get the more liquidy stuff out. Yay, I think I got it. Oh, yes. I got the better stuff out from down below. I think. Yeah, okay. But also, my dad has to leave to go do something, which is nice. It means I'm gonna be home alone, and I haven't told my mom that I'm probably going to be going to Hot Topic with this on, because I don't think I'll have time to take it all off before we have to go. I'm debating not putting on the staples around here. Yeah, I'm not putting them on. They're not spoiling my face, but again, live lesson, no one's gonna notice and no one's gonna care. So, why go through the effort? Speaking of shirt for the live lesson, it's got my boy on it. I love him. He's my boy. Dear God, this is hard. Ugh. Yeah. Wish me luck for informing my mom she has to take me in public like this. And that'll be all for now. I think there's one thing I might add, but I need to eat before I add it, because it would be in this, and this is water soluble. And that's all for now. Let's see what time it is.